Hey, beautiful soul. Welcome back to the Made for More show. I'm your host, Tal. The many experiences I've gone on, lessons that I've learnt, and powerful breakthrough teenage years, the young woman years. We are not holding back here on Made for More, rewriting your possibility of your story one truth at a time. Cut the fluff, we get real, and we rise into the life we know we're here for. So as I said, we're talking about indecision, the silent killer of your dreams. That feeling of being stuck and just going in circles and overthinking every move every day and is the most exhausting place to live. Do you guys resonate? Because I sure as shit do. We're going to learn how to quickly and powerfully completely change your life when we can get this right. How can you get better? Make one decision today. Is really connecting with you guys. I want you to remember that you are always worthy and made for more. Hey, beautiful soul. Welcome back to the Made for More show. I'm your host, Tal. And now that the podcast is actually out in the world, wowza, I do just really want to take a moment to say how deeply grateful I am. Launching this has truly been a long time coming, and now that it's actually finally here, I'm so excited to go deeper on this journey with you all. I know I've only just scratched the surface of my story so far, and there really are so many layers I'm going to share with you guys on the show. The many experiences I've gone on, lessons that I've learnt, and powerful breakthroughs that have come from wildly wild breakdowns and dark night of the soul moments. And I truly only hope that one, some, or maybe all of the episodes I share and the topics I've chosen to speak on will speak powerfully, truly, guys, to your soul. There have been so many moments that have cracked me wide open over the years. The nights I sat with plant medicine and met parts of myself I didn't know existed. Many nights living on a mattress on the basement floor, deep in my what is life all about season. And even biting the bullet and diving into the crazy world that is incredibly rewarding of becoming an entrepreneur. And of course, all the crazy moments and nights and experiences that, mean being a woman, the teenage years, the young woman years, and now, of course, becoming a mother. So we are not holding back here on Made for More, because when we truly share our stories in the mess and the magic that they are, guys, deep connection is formed. And honestly, in my opinion, that's really what more of the world needs right now. A big inspiration in starting this show is getting on the other side and sharing healthy, powerful conversations that skip past just the highlight reel that has become so normalized today. It's about the real work, the messy in between, and the unshakable belief that we all truly hold within ourselves. That is what Made for More is all about. Rewriting your possibility of your story one truth at a time. So you guys, make sure to join me every single week where I unpack amazing, value-filled, tough, and even beautiful, heart-cracking, open topics with some of the best in their fields. And of course, yours truly. So to kick us off, today's episode, she's a biggie. And yeah, it's going to be a great one. So grab your coffee and let's dive into today's episode on Made for More. All right, you guys, let's dive right in. The topic of indecision and how it will literally ruin your life. Welcome back to the Made for More show, where we cut the fluff, we get real, and we rise into the life we know we're here for. Today's episode is a wake-up call and something that is so important on the daily. And honestly, if we can prioritize getting this right and actually take an honest look at the quality that this holds in your life, can be filled so positively, or it can be the very thing that debilitates us. So as I said, we're talking about indecision, the silent killer of your dreams, of momentum, of your confidence, of your clarity. That feeling of being stuck and just going in circles and overthinking every move every day, it doesn't just slow you down, guys. It literally robs you of your power. And I think the worst part that most people don't even realize is how often we're sitting in it. So today on the episode, I'm literally going to break down why indecision is the most exhausting place to live and how we shift that, and how it masks itself as being careful or you're waiting for the right time. Do you guys resonate? Because I sure as shit do. I've been in this place so many times, you guys. That's why I've chosen to speak on this topic. We're going to learn how to quickly and powerfully, completely change your life when we can get this right. And honestly, I want you guys to tap in. Is there ever been a moment where you have felt stuck? There's been signs, or you're afraid to make the wrong move? Because I do truly believe that clarity doesn't come from thinking. It comes from doing. It comes from taking action, right? So let's get into it. Indecision. It's one of those sneaky things that doesn't feel that damaging in the moment. And you think, I'm just being careful. I'm just waiting until the right time, or waiting until I feel ready. But the truth is, indecision is goddamn exhausting, literally, mentally, emotionally, physically. It's taxing. And it keeps you in this constant loop of always questioning yourself. You're second guessing your instincts, your intuition, and you're just spiraling into your own thoughts. I know for me personally, when I'm in this place, I wake up tired and groggy, and it's because I'm not doing enough. I'm just in this space of complete indecision and not taking any conviction with my life. In my personal opinion, it really does drain you, and you do think doing too much is actually what's burning you out, but actually being stuck in between these two options and carrying both in your mind all day is what wears you down. It's like one foot in, you guys, one foot out. You're constantly split. You're holding these two timelines, these two versions of yourself in your body, and your nervous system is bloody shot. It's just exhausted. So it goes into overdrive. And sometimes making the wrong decision is better than making no decision at all, because at least you're giving yourself feedback. At least you're making a decision, right? You're, moving in motion, you're learning, you're growing. But when you stay stuck in this indecision, you get nothing. No clarity, no momentum. You just feel heavy and anxious, and you constantly feel like something's always off. You just cannot, no matter what you do, move the needle forward. So how does this mask itself as being careful or waiting for the right time, right? Because we think that that's normal. This is really big, you guys, right? We love to tell ourselves that we're just being responsible, right? We're playing it safe. We're waiting for the sign, or when things settle down, I have the money, I have the confidence, I have this, I have that. But here's the thing, waiting doesn't always bring clarity. Action brings clarity. You don't become more confident and then decide. You decide, and through that decision, you become more confident. I think that there's this belief that the right time will feel obvious and comfortable and you'll know it, right? But most of the time, when the right opportunity presents itself, it actually feels goddamn terrifying, because it requires growth, right? It stretches you. It confronts you. It takes up a mirror, and it shows you your fears. And that's not a sign to wait. That is a sign where you need to lean into those edges of complete expansion. So how learning to decide quickly and powerfully can change your entire life, this is one of the most underrated skills. It is such a powerful thing to learn, because decisiveness doesn't mean you always know exactly what to do. It just means you're willing to back yourself either way, right? You trust that no matter what you choose, you'll freaking handle it. The people who create real momentum in their life, in their business, in their relationships, whatever, they're not the ones, guys, who always make the right decision. They're the ones who decide fast, and they make that decision right by the way they show up. They make the decision, good or bad. So let's start here. Start with the little things. What to wear, what to post, what offer to share, what idea to run with. You want to train your nervous system to stop outsourcing your power and just choose in the moment. Rip that Band-Aid off, right? Because you'll be amazed at how much energy and confidence comes flooding back to you when you stop sitting in limbo. I know for me personally, this just runs havoc for me. So if you've been sitting in that space of, I don't know, with your life lately, what would you do if you did know? What would the version of you who already has what he or she wants decide? And then go and be her. And if you guys can honestly do this with your life, this is going to be game changer, as I said, from small to big and everything in between. So I hope that you got some value from this conversation. I kind of started the show here on this very topic because I genuinely do feel like indecision literally riddles us to the core. And I want to just bring it back to my story for a little bit. Most of my 20s, you guys, I sat in this place for far too long, and it ruined me. And I thought it was this, it was that. I've got to do this better. I've got to execute that. I've got to learn that course. I've got to do this thing. But it was in the small, minute understanding of how I really just needed to get out there, get in the arena, make some sort of decision, good or bad, that actually started to move my life along. I dare say it has been radically impactful in my life, in my relationships, in my business, in my friendships, in all of it. So I want to ask you today, how can you get better at getting out of indecision and just putting yourself one foot in front of the other? Make one decision today. Just one. Just make one small decision today and see how that impacts your day, your life, and becomes your new habit. All right, well, I'm going to leave it there. These episodes are short, they're sweet, they're no fluff. As I said, I want to give you guys as much value as I can. And yeah, keeping it real in between. If you guys found value in today's episode, I want you guys to go drop it in the show notes. I also want you to go and follow me over on my Instagram at Talia W. DeJulio. Let me know what you're loving about the show so far. Let me know if there are topics that you guys would like me to speak on. A big piece of this show that I'm doing is really connecting with you guys. You guys are my family, and I want to hear from you. So until next time, I want you to remember that you are always worthy and made for more. I'm your girl Tal, and I'll see you next time. Bye.